What is going on, guys? It's Chris here, and today I'm with TrekkerCrew and we're doing a world boss in the Aldemir Dominion first zone. It's one of the hardest bosses in our opinion. It's three kind of wizards that you have to fight and get through some skeletons. But without any further ado, let's get into it. It's all first person, and I'm just going to edit it up for your enjoyment. It'll be quick and easy, so let's get into it. So starting off, you have to go up against these skeleton bosses, which are quite easy to get through. I mean, they're just level 7 elites. But I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them to get through. It's best to do this with 2 people. We had 3, but 1 kept DCing. Sorry about that, Tav. And all you need to do is make your way up. Now, a little tip is if you don't want to fight those 3 skeletons, you can just jump up here and fight that one on the wall. If you don't fight him and win your aggro on the other 2 by the staircase that you'll see in a minute, it is pretty hard for them to actually, keep the aggro on all the mobs and be able to take down each and every one of them easily. Now, once you use enough knockbacks, you'll be able to get up the stairs. In my opinion, bring a Sorcerer and a Nightblade and maybe a Templar. If you have 3 people, it's going to be a blast. 2 people, it was pretty hard. Now, the skeletons, one of them is always going to be ranged and one of them is always going to be melee. So you'll always want to take out the Butcher first. The Butcher is the one that actually uses the range. Don't judge me, alright? That's the way it is. The Butcher uses the range. Now, it does mix up. Sometimes the melee might use range and it might go to the range might use melee. But it's usually the left-hand side skeleton always uses melee. In this case, you want to knock him down and be able to interrupt all his attacks. Be sure to use the Destruction Staff knockback ability as much as possible. Spam that button. It kind of does help it out. And when you get up to the top stairs, it's going to be 2 skeletons, so make sure you don't aggro them as well as the other 2 that you just fought there. It's a big concern to me that every time I summon a pet, it'll aggro the mobs like there. So make sure you summon your pets beforehand. Now you want your melee in your group to go in first and take them out, as always. You don't want your range starting off because that way you'll get the aggro. You want to make sure you've got a lot of healing pots as well. That's a huge important. So if you're a mage, make sure you've got yourself some mana pots. If you're a melee, make sure you got yourself some health and stam pots. You can hold Q to get your quick. Now when fighting this boss, I do recommend that you guys take out the boss that's floating first. That's probably the best example I could give. The main reason for this is that she heals her allies and summons undead to drain the undead's health to heal herself. So it's best to recommend to take her out first. The best course of action for us was to send in TrekkerCrew, who was using his Nightblade, Khajiit, to run in and stun out of sneak. This would put her into a 3-second CC and I would immediately knock her down. Now the downside about not having a Nightblade isn't too big. You just want to be able to keep her on the ground as much as possible. You don't want her to be casting as many spells because she'll be able to summon some creatures that will of course take us down and kill us. Now this was actually our second attempt to actually show how hard it was. We didn't actually know if we'd get this in our first attempt. So as you can see, TrekkerCrew stuns. I spam a bunch of Mage's Fury, channel some mage spells, put some CC down on this other mage so then she doesn't summon any pets. And we take the Flyer out first. This is what we nicknamed her, the Flyer. As you can see there, before TrekkerCrew interrupted her, she was healing. Now we move on to the last boss, who's actually pretty easy once you take down the other ones. Now, she only does a normal attack. She doesn't summon any adds. She doesn't summon any creatures to attack you. You just need to beat her down, and once you do, you get the achievement. So, Soulfire Plateau is probably one of the hardest boss fights in the Aldemir Dominion starting off. If you want any more boss fights from us too, let us know in the comments below. Please check out TrekkerCrew in the comments below as well. He makes ASO videos. And as always, thanks for watching.